Mabe will host an ambassador's luncheon in celebration of Azibuyele Emasisweni, which is Return to the Source. Now, this is an exhibition by internationally acclaimed South African artist, sculptor, poet, writer, and academic Professor Pitika Ntuli. Professor Ntuli is one of South Africa's most distinguished cultural figures whose contribution spans the fields of visual arts, literature, academia, philosophy, and politics. And for more on this, we are joined on the line by Professor Ntuli. Prof, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on Africa Update.
Thank you to you and to your listeners.
Now, Professor Ntuli, please tell us more about Azibuyele Emasisweni exhibition and the inspiration behind it.
Azibuyele Emasisweni means we return to the source, not to go and stay there, but to pick up the strands of wisdom that our ancestors have left, for us. We are at the minute celebrating Madiba month. That is another source we need to go back to check. So Azibuyele Emasisweni is an exhibition of 45 bone and bead sculptures, and each one of them has got a QR that it actually speaks to you. It is not just an exhibition by me, but in a true sense I am together with co-partners. We took one of the bones and sent them to 33 people, some in Ghana, Uganda, Kenya, UK, India, and they responded, to that. So that in all, there must be over 50 poems that are represented in that exhibition as it stands.
Would you say your work has contributed to a nation building and the preservation of the nation's heritage?
This exhibition a couple of years ago won the Global Fine Arts Awards People's Choice, which means to say that the people in the world, after looking at it virtually, they voted for it as one of the two exhibitions that speak. It speaks to that, because it contributes to what we as South African international politics have held. We have held ourselves where Israel is concerned. We have held ourselves with the G20 people. We have held ourselves with Iran and a number of other things, and as well as many other artists that are internationally building our international reputation in the world.
Just in wrapping up, Professor Ntuli, what role does arts and culture play, especially in fostering dialogue?
Uh, for me, what is so more important about what's going to happen tomorrow, that the Deputy Minister of Sports, Arts and Culture wants to thank these the diplomats that are coming in, because it is also their people who have voted, for Azibuyele Emasisweni to win the global, fine arts awards. That's a very progressive, stand from the deputy minister. We are also repairing some of the mistakes that we have created. For instance, in the Venice Biennale, where our works had to be withdrawn. But this is a work that is in it. That is what the deputy minister would really like to see all the colleagues up in the diplomatic circles to see what South Africa is capable of doing. But what I need to stress, even more importantly, is that Azibuyele Emasisweni is an intergenerational exhibition curated by a young person, Ruzi Rusike. It includes people like Zolani Mahola, Napo Mashiane, Felix de Villiers, all the young people who also reacted to this powerful exhibition.
Ntuli, thank you so much for joining us on Africa Update. We'll leave it there for today.
Thank you very much.
It's Professor Pitika Ntuli, South African artist, sculptor, poet, writer, and academic, joining us on the line.
Keep Africa in your hands. Connect to our website for all your news.